Morning and welcome to the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Shauna Marshall, Creative Director and Practitioner with the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living and your host today. I'll be filling in for Reverend Jay, who's visiting his mom in Texas. But we have very special guest speaker today who I will introduce shortly. But first, let's welcome a very talented and inspired Astra Fox back, who returns to kick off Pride Month with her wonderful, joyful, original music. She writes her own songs, and her listeners consider her music as medicine and a source of creative transformation. I know you would agree. So without any further ado, welcome, Astra.
Thank you. Casper, will you come up and lead the sign language for this song? You can follow Casper along for the simple sign for this and sing along to I choose love and I choose joy. It starts like this. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Beautiful again. I choose love. Stand in front. I choose love. I choose love. To move your body. Na 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 na. I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose joy. Let's choose it here and now. I choose joy. I choose joy. Choose joy. Now move your body. Na 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 na. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. It's yours if you choose it. I choose love. Last chance to rock out. Na 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 Let's bring it down. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Oh. Thank you, Casper.
Thank you, Astra and Casper. That was wonderful. We'll be hearing from them again real soon. So, part of June is what we really love to celebrate here at the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living, which is Pride Month. If this is your first time here or first time in a while, more towards the middle of the service, we will have some information for you, and we invite you to stay after the service and meet with us and talk with us, and we're all happy to answer your questions. And we also welcome people who may have been joining us for the first time online. So, as part of Pride, one of my jobs as creative director here is to choose the images that we use. And the last few years, I've gone really bright and big and bold. And this year, I wanted to have, just the amazing beauty of the rainbow that not only do I claim as a proud parent of an LGBT plus, Q plus, sorry, I'm bad with the acronyms. My son told me that I'm on the right side of the letters, and as long as I just stay and put a plus, I'll be okay. But yes, as a proud parent, my son yesterday with his partner moved into their very first house together. And it's just such a thrill for me because, he moved to San Francisco because he didn't feel like his options were very good in the local community. He was in Santa Barbara. And even though there was a lot of, kids going to school, it wasn't necessarily partnership material, let's say. So he made the choice to move to San Francisco and met the love of his life. And now they are, today, they are spending their very first day today in their new home. And I couldn't be more thrilled as a parent to, know that my baby has found love and true love. So I'm really excited about that. So as we move through Pride Month, we will be exploring all the different parts of that, bringing in all the colors of the rainbow. We still honor the Pride flag and all of, our LGBTQ plus community. And we know that there is currently a struggle going on, and we want to just know that we're very supportive here at the center. Yes, that's right on. Sorry, got a little carried away. So, we like to begin our gathering by doing our mission and our vision statement. So, if you would speak with me together. Our vision: we are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission: we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. So we have a great service plan for you today. We have Don Pinkney is our practitioner on platform today, and Dr. Reverend Georgia Prescott will be joining us here as a speaker in just a moment, but I do have a few announcements. I'd like to invite Joanne Sutro to come up and let us know what's happening with pro-inclusion.
Thank you, Shauna. Good morning, everybody. For Laura and myself, I want to just thank and acknowledge you, our spiritual community, for your ongoing support of Pro-Inclusion Napa. So we're having an impact. Our Positive Poster Project now has over 500 beautiful, inspiring pieces of art created by kids and teenagers in our community. And they're going to be on display, not all of them, but a large selection of them will be on display this summer again at Napa City Hall, starting July 1st for 2 months. So that's great. And then our Positive Yard Sign campaign, since January, we have distributed over 1,100 signs. Yeah. It's really amazing, and it just speaks to the desire that here and beyond our community, throughout the whole community, there is a need and a want for people to express positive values. So thank you for that. And we have changed our meeting schedule a little bit, and I want to make sure many of you come to our meetings. Our next meeting will be on Tuesday, June 16th at 5:30 at Napa Methodist, where we usually meet. And the schedule is different. We have been meeting every second Tuesday of the month, but we're going to the third Tuesday of the month, and we are switching to every other month. So it'll be in the even months of the year, June, August, October, on the third Tuesday of the month at 5:30 at Napa Methodist. So the next one is June 16th, and we hope you'll join us then. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne and Laura, too, for the amazing work that you do. We fully support that here at the center. Okay, so speaking of, next Sunday, our own Laura Keller-Coyote will be speaking, and we'll have this wonderful Divine Feminine gathering with Diana Giese and Return to the Divine Mother Love. So that's next Sunday, June 14th. Reverend Jay will still be gone. He's attending a graduation. He's going from Texas to Seattle, I think. I'm not mistaken. So we are blessed to have our own practitioner, Laura, and the beautiful Diana doing the music. Then, June 19th, we will have our summer solstice celebration in the courtyard with Reverend Jay and Virginia oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Virginia, for butchering your name. If anybody knows it, could you call it out? Yes, it's a beautiful, Virginia G. And Reverend Jay will be leading that. And then the following Sunday, we're going to have, I guess we're peppering this in with all of the list of, where you can get list of Pride events happening here in Napa at napapride.com. Also, we have some available on our website. And then we have Rachel DePaulo. She'll be coming for the third Sunday. And she will be doing a workshop from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. She's from the Seattle Center for Spiritual Living, and she'll be facilitating a workshop called Rituals and Everyday Experience, and give us a experiential example of how to create ritual. This is going to be a really wonderful workshop, and then she will be joining us on Sunday giving the talk. So lots of wonderful stuff coming up in the month of June. Very, very exciting. You can sign up for any of these events at the information tables outside. You can find them on our website, nvcsl.com. So now I'm going to invite Astra back up here, and we're going to begin the contemplative part of our service with practitioner Dawn Pinkney.
Thank you. So I invite you to sing along, or you can just close your eyes and listen as we go within. Take a breath, you'll find it there.
So take a breath in and release. I'd invite you to rest your eyes if you feel comfortable and settle in to your body. Settle in to your presence and feel the connection to the ground through your feet. And by extension, your connection to Mother Earth. There is nothing that you need to hold up or hold on to. The earth is holding you. And far beneath you, the earth continues its ancient rhythm. The waves, the seasons, the turning planet, and your breath are all connected and all moving in rhythm. And it's magic. Just like Astra just sung about, that magic, it is here right now. And it is here in each breath that you take. So please take a moment to surrender to this magic as it fills you. Take a breath. And know that all that there is, also known as spirit, is here, and that you are a part of it. And we are all a part of it together. So I know that through this service and in communion with Spirit, may we hear what we are open to hearing, and may we reveal what is emerging in us. I give thanks for this community. I give thanks for everyone here today for this service. And I give thank you for this expression of spirit, and so it is. Okay, so this moment is so precious. Last year, my mum travelled all the way from England at the time that I was having my son, and what was meant to be a shortish trip for the pregnancy turned out to be much longer than expected, because I had a couple of emergency surgeries and my recovery time was just longer, so she needed to stay longer. Life just unfolded differently than we had planned for. And just recently, my mum came to visit again. The day before she left England to come here, her sister-in-law had passed away. And she had to make a very difficult decision to move forwards with the trip and miss the funeral because of what was going on with her green card process. And this week, in the midst of us having a good time together, my mum's brother-in-law passed unexpectedly. And within hours, we were booking her flight home, well, her flight to Ireland. Earlier than planned, she was leaving abruptly.
So again, life unfolded differently than we had planned. And I couldn't help but notice the symmetry. This moment is so precious. And as I stood there receiving the news that my uncle had passed unexpectedly, I had been listening to a service in the background, and there was this song with the words on repeat, "God is so good." And I don't know what that meant. I just know that I noticed it. Because Neil Donald Walsh, he writes that God is always in conversation with us. And I believe that some of that conversation happens through synchronicity, a special language of signs that are just there to be noticed. So recently, I have been paying closer attention to patterns in my life. So the practice of astrology, full moon cycles are often associated with completion, culmination, and seeing more clearly what was set in motion months ago. So when I was reflecting on the recent full moon about what had happened around 6 months ago, I was able to see all these repeating themes in my life. You know, places where I'd been resisting 6 months ago, and now I was learning to trust. And one instance was I'd felt drawn to sound bath education, and life just took me in a different direction back then. Whereas now, here I am answering that call again. You know, the details changed with how the invitation came up, but the invitation was still there. I noticed it because I know that noticing these details is part of my conversation with God. So I'd invite you to reflect, is there anything in your life that keeps showing up? Or synchronicities that are there for your attention? Because what I would say is to say that divine intelligence is at play is, for me, like, that's such an understatement. I just find in the noticing that life is so profound, and this intelligence is just beyond anything that I can grasp. But I do know that through noticing these signs, I'm able to trust. Not because I understand them, but because it reminds me that life isn't random, that it's unfolding in ways that I cannot even see. And this allows me, when I remember, to spend less time worrying and, worrying about what comes next. And I'm able to spend more time appreciating what is here right now. So it brings me back to knowing this moment is precious. And so it is.
I am connected to this divine source of love that guides me through this world. I make an impact with each being I meet. Today is exactly what I need for my highest good, for my highest good. I am worthy. Won't you sing that with me? For my highest good, I am worthy. For my highest good. Great again. For my highest good, I am worthy. One more time, really sing it like you mean it. For my highest good, for my highest good, I am worthy. I am connected to this divine source of love that guides me through this world.
That's absolutely beautiful, Astra. Thank you. Thank you so much. So while we get Reverend Georgia up here, I just have a few things to share. But again, I need to put my glasses on. So most people know Dr. Reverend Georgia Prescott in our community as Peggy Prescott's sister-in-law. But actually, there's so much more to her story. She is held in such high regard by other ministers in the Centers for Spiritual Living. She founded the Center for Spiritual Awareness in 1998 and led a dynamic, diverse, and vibrant community which continues to thrive today after her retirement last year. She is a dynamic and humorous speaker, gifted teacher, and a compassionate counselor. She's known for her storytelling, for bringing wisdom of spiritual masters from all the great religions into her talks. And we are so blessed today to have her here speaking with us. I would invite her to come up.
We just take that away too.
You want to take this away?
Yeah. Oops. Now we have to cross over. I have to have my 110 font board with me in order for this all to work. Well, it's great to be here. Thank you. And, you know, I want to say a special thank you to this community for the work you're doing around inclusion, because not every community is doing that. They're talking about it, but they're not doing about it. And I want to tell you why it's so important. I grew up in the Napa Valley. I grew up 10 blocks from this church. I hate to say this, but I grew up when in the 1950s, I was trying to figure out who I was. And in the 1950s, there wasn't a great deal of support, either from my family or from the community. And you know, it's important that the work you're doing is actually affirming for those of us who are adult LGBTQ plus people. I'm just going to say gay people after this. So you all know what that is. All right. It's important to us as adults to be affirmed in this way. But I'm going to tell you, there are 13 and 14-year-old kids out there right now today who are trying to decode, who are trying to figure out, who are trying, like I was, to say, all my friends at 13 or 14 are getting crushes on boys. What's happening to me? I don't have that. In fact, I have crushes. And the reason it's so important, besides the fact that we don't want to shame any kid for anything, for any reason, is because it's as surprising to us as it is to anybody else that we're so different. It's as surprising to us that we don't have crushes on the opposite sex, whether we're girls or boys. And it's not only surprising, but it's confusing, because the hormones start to rage and you don't know what to do with any of it except make yourself smaller. And that's never what God intends for anybody, whether they're a grown person or a kid. So I want to just say how much I appreciate the work that you're actually doing in this area. So happy Pride Month, happy Juneteenth month. That's also important. You know, I always like to anchor my talks in a spiritual truth so that I don't get too far afield. You've gone to churches and heard ministers, and you've walked out the door and you thought, well, I liked him, but I wasn't quite sure what he was saying exactly. I don't want to get there. You know, I'll leave the weaving to President Trump. I don't want to do any weaving in here right now. So the spiritual truth that I've settled on for today is that you are powerful beyond measure. You are powerful beyond measure. Now, I say that with some authority because beyond measure, you have the power of God within you. And you can't measure God. You have the power of God within you, and you cannot measure God. Well, I understand today's the theme is, I want to know what love looks like. You know, you have the power to love those people, to live in love every day with those people who are working your very last nerve. That's what love looks like. You have the power to forgive those people who have betrayed you in the deepest way. That's what love looks like. You have the power to live, to create the dream job that you've always wanted, no matter what your job looks like now. A job that's pleasant, with working people working around you who are pleasant people, where you feel purposeful, where you feel like you're making a difference in the world. You have the power to create that job right now, no matter what your job looks like. That's what love looks like. And you don't have to do anything to get that power. It's part of your divine inheritance. Our spiritual work is not to get the power. The spiritual work is to stop the leaks, from getting the power going away. Our work is to find ways to stop giving our power away to anything or anybody. To stop making somebody or something more powerful than we are. And you know, we've all done it. We've done it with lovers. We've done it with bosses. We've done it with addictive substances. We've done it with religious dogma. We've done it with psychics. We've done it with doctors. We've done it with teachers. And right now, many of us are doing it with our news feeds every single day. When we look in the mirror and we don't see anything but a casing for the power of God, we become susceptible to lies and to illusions in our life. We risk the allowing power to leak out through the holes that are bored into us by the lies and the illusions about ourselves that we've bought into. Maybe somebody told you weren't smart. That's a lie. Maybe somebody told you couldn't handle money very well. That's a lie. Maybe somebody told you were too old to exercise and change the way your body feels and looks. That's a lie. Maybe somebody told you that you weren't pretty or smart. Pretty or handsome. That's a lie. A lie that is believed will drill a hole in you. And once that hole is drilled in you, your power begins to leak out. When power leaks out, we start living small. when our job is to peel away and patch the holes that are in us because we believed the lie. Here's some help. Any experience that leaves you feeling empty, less than, or needy does so for only one reason. You entered into it feeling less than, empty, and needy. Our work is not to change anything on the outside, but to change what's going on the inside, and then the outside begins to change. I've been reading lately one of Napoleon Hill's lesser-known works lately. Now, it's a book called You Can Work Your Own Miracles. Napoleon Hill, I believe, is one of America's great leaf stoppers. His greatest work, of course, is Think and Go Rich. And when I say rich, it's not only money, but rich in love, rich in success, rich in self-confidence. It's a powerful book. He wrote it after accepting a challenge from Andrew Carnegie to interview the most successful people in the world. And after he did that, he was asked to develop a formula for success. And in doing that work, it helped him to understand that it's all about attitude. In this book, he writes that anybody can perform miracles in their lives as long as they have a positive mental attitude. Having and maintaining a positive mental attitude takes effort, it takes commitment, and it takes faith. It doesn't take having a fancy car. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take having a perfect body. It doesn't mean having a perfect marriage. It doesn't mean having a perfect job. It takes commitment, effort, and faith. Hill tells us that there are 4 enemies of mankind to which many of us fall victim. And it takes the fight out of us. Fear, superstition, ignorance, and poverty. And I'm going to add one more. It's a doctor's diagnosis. Most doctors will admit that the patient's mental attitude is the most important thing in curing illnesses. In fact, it's the single factor that is the most important in curing illness. But it's not only our faith, but every area of success that we're looking for. Our jobs, marriages, parenting, leisure time activities. You know that I play a lot of golf. Even golf instructors now are talking about mental attitudes before they talk about your swing. That's how important that is. And there's scientific evidence to back up what Napoleon Hill has written about, and Ernest Holmes has written about, and Jesus is reported to have spoken about. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher and photographer with a keen interest in science, and he developed that interest in science especially after reading about an incident in 1956 when a group of scientists were in a meeting discussing ways of improving biological weapons of mass destruction. So here are these guys, they're in a room, they're talking about how to improve mass destruction, and about 2 hours into the meeting, they each started falling off their chairs with some illness that left them with symptoms that were a lot like food poisoning. So the government went in and it tested all the water that they were drinking that made them sick, because there was no food served. No food, it was only water. There were no additives in the water. It is believed that the water itself became sick because of the destruction that talk about the destruction with mass weapons in this world. So, I have to turn my board over now because it's over. So the water became sick, and then when the men drank it, they became sick as well. Well, you and I are 60% water. So can you imagine what this fractured country is doing to us right now? Even if you're a person who's smart enough to turn off the news, it's getting through to us. 60% of us, 60% of what we're doing is water. Now, I want to keep talking about the power of positive attitude. But I want to make sure that we don't beat ourselves up with this wisdom. If you are diagnosed with something scary, if your job is at risk, if your marriage is at risk, if you are a person of color and just ran into a racist for the 10th time that day, if you are a gay person and just ran into a homophobe on your Facebook page and you had no idea that person held those ideas, if you are a person who as mad as hell as I am about what's going on in this country, give yourself a few minutes to feel those feelings. Now, not a lifetime, but a few minutes. Get some help from a trusted friend or a practitioner here in this room, because practitioners know about this stuff. They know how easy it is for us to believe the lies and get the holes bored into us. So get some help with a friend or a practitioner. Give your body a few minutes to cry or to shake or to say bad words. Whatever it is. Understand those emotions are powerful and they can be purposeful if we don't turn them inward. Stonewall. The reason we have gay pride right now is from people who got mad as hell and they did something about it. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter happened because people were mad and scared as hell. Parkland High students upped the volume on the national dialogue on gun control because they were mad and they were scared. There are important things that we can do with our anger that are positive, that move the needle in a more inclusive and loving environment for everybody to live in. But they took to the streets with their anger, and they did not keep it between their ears, and they did not keep it in their hearts. We're not asking you to put a happy face on pain, either individually or as a community. As I said, I'm mad as hell at what's happening in this country, and I take to the streets every chance I get. And in November, I will be at the polls, and I hope all of you will be at the polls as well, no matter what your leaning is. It's important that we take advantage of what's happening to us and to the world and take advantage of this great democracy as long as we have it. So we don't want to fear our negative attitudes. We want to express them. We want to feel them. But we want to put a time limit on it. Now, you might say, you know, Reverend Georgia, I mean, I can't just turn my emotions on and off that easily. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at how you can turn things around. You can say, I'm going to have a really funky mental attitude until 3 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to change it. Because I know a positive mental attitude can bring toward me that which I want in this life. And a negative mental attitude can bring toward me that which I don't want in this life. See, we think it's negative mental attitude will push things away. No, negative mental attitude will bring it right to you. but it's bringing to you the things that you don't want. A negative attitude may bring you sympathy, and that's a hard thing. Because it's easy to call our posse and say, oh, you know what he did to me now? Yeah. And your posse will agree with you, they'll support you, they'll even up-level it for you if you're not careful. So it's important that who we're bringing our stuff to, because sympathy is not what we want, success is what we want. A positive mental attitude is a habit of keeping the mind busily engaged on the circumstances and things I desire in my life, and off the things I do not desire. I desire a life of abundance, so I don't have to worry about the rent or the mortgage or the orthodontist or my car or my vacation fund. And make a movie of all of those things that you desire in your head, so it's really clear what it is that you want. I desire a life of passion and compassion from my spouse. It's a fun movie. Make that movie in your life. You know, I desire a life of ease and grace in my job and my in-laws. I desire a body that serves me every day. Those are just some of the desires that are universal. We all have them. And we want to get more of that. Now, if a positive mental attitude is a habit of keeping the mind busily engaged in the focus I want in this life, how do I go about it? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of ways. Because you know what? Ernest Holmes was very clear. You can know all the spiritual wisdom in the world, but I want to know the people who are practicing it. I want to know the people who are actually getting to know how to do it. So here are a couple of ways. Remind yourself how much better it is to spend 2 minutes a day thinking of your desires as achieved and achievable than thinking about the desires that cannot come into manifestation. And you know, if that's hard for you, then here's what I suggest you do. If you're a morning meditator, that's great. But if you're not, it's better. Because what you can do is just make a little list of the things that you want to achieve that day, the things that will make you feel good, the things that will make your family feel good. Make a little list, and it'll be much easier for you to keep your focus throughout the day on that. And if you really want to up-level your game, in the evening, review that list and see how well you did. And know, the next day I'm going to make the same list. Because I didn't achieve as much as I thought I would in my feelings that day. The second thing is be in close association with people who inspire your belief in your success and refusing to associate with the awfulizers. You know, the hand wringers? Oh, ain't it awful, ain't it awful, ain't it awful. And not only do we surround ourselves, sometimes we're that for other people. And so it's good to stop that. I have a friend who I hesitate to call because she will call me on everything. She's not one of my awfulizers, the hand wringers. 3, affirmations. Don't discount this small but mighty step in educating your subconscious mind. I had people who would come into my office and they'd say, Reverend Georgia, here's my issue. And I'd say, okay, let's make some affirmation. Oh, Reverend Georgia, I need bigger guns than an affirmation. That's not big enough. That's not deep enough. And I'd say, it's the deepest thing I have in my kit bag. Affirmations work. And I encourage you, somebody just reminded me, I taught one of the first foundations classes years ago here in, back then it was my student. And if you haven't taken foundations, take it. So you can learn about the power and how to write an affirmation. Because it's easy to write kind of a watered down affirmation. Oh, I hope. No, I see. I know. The fourth one is spend 5 minutes every night before you go to bed with a list of gratitudes. Large, small, and in between. See, spirituality is much easier than people make it. Much easier. We like to make it complicated because we think that we're getting farther down the road. You're not. Keep it simple, and you will see some real change in your life. And don't forget my favorite battle cry, God, that's great. Now, what I tell my congregation is this. For 15 days, do absolutely no complaining. None, zip. And if you make a mistake, and surely you will, because I have, you go back to day one. Yeah, it feels like it sometimes, but it works. And so what I say to them, if you get yourself in a situation where people are coming at you, and it's really hard to hold that positive mental attitude, then you just simply say, when that situation happens, God, that's great. So repeat that with me. God, that's great. So if somebody cuts you off on the fruit, God, that's great. Your kids are not thriving in the way you hope they would. God, that's great. You're worried you might outlive your money. God, that's great. You're upset about what's going on in the country. God, that's great. Now, it sounds really odd because it doesn't sound authentic, and we're trying to be authentic spiritual people. Look, you're just doing it until you get there. You're not there yet. You get there, you're there. All right. Now I know what I want to do is turn around my mind, my focus. And that is actually a habit. And all habits take time. They take practice. They take repetition. But if we're willing to do that work, that simple work, I promise you, your life will improve. Praise God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend Georgia. I just have to say that I have known Reverend Georgia for about 20 years now. I believe my first Women's Spirit was 2006, and that's what introduced me to the Centers for Spiritual Living. I went to that kind of witchy, earth-based women's retreat, and I was hooked. And I love to sing my affirmations. And I wrote this song for a woman who was wanting to believe that she could follow her intuition, follow her higher self. So I invite you to take in this song and think about how you're connected to your intuition, to Source, and your higher self.
There's a whisper in my soul calling me to rise. My heart knows what is true. My spirit amplifies. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. I feel her rhythm in my bones. My body is her drum. I dance her truth alive. We are one. She whispers, I follow. I am love, I am love, I am love. Through her wisdom, I know love. I am love, I am love, I am love. My true self shining through. Our energies align. I am so
Thank you so much, Astra. That was beautiful. We're come to the time in our service where we do our sharing of abundance. So if I could have the ushers, please come forward. So we appreciate your support, the support of our vision to create a world that works for everyone. We are grateful for choosing the number of ways that you can give to the center through online texting, bill pay, or you can donate today in either basket in the front or the back. And we have an affirmation. If you would raise your gift, your hand, whatever, and we will bless it. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. So it is.
Won't you sing with me? I let love flow, I let everything go, I let love flow. Let's sing that again. I let love flow, I let everything go, I let love flow. I move forward with joy, I move forward with joy, I move forward with joy. Again, I move forward with joy, I move forward with joy, I move forward with joy. Yes, everything changes with inspiration as my guide. Yes, everything changes when my passion is alive. I let love flow, I let love flow, I let everything go, I let love flow. I let love flow, I let everything go. I let love flow.
Thank you. We bless that which we've received and knows that it continues to bless the center and the work of awakening that we do here at the Center for Spiritual Living. Okay, if you're here for the first time, we would like to acknowledge you. If you're willing, please raise your hand so we can bring you some information. Oh, yay. Please stay for coffee and fellowship after the service. We will be outside in the courtyard and we would love to chat with you. Also, if we have anybody online, today is also the first Sunday of the month, so we acknowledge any birthdays that anyone might have. Nancy, Joanne, happy birthday, happy birthday. Also, any anniversaries that anyone might have in June? Yes. 10 years, congratulations. Where? Oh, Kendall. Oh, congratulations, wonderful. We're so happy that you chose to come here to the center to celebrate, and we celebrate you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our affirmation, our blessing. There we go. I know this one by heart. Is everybody ready? We bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in our world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. And speaking of presence in our community, I would like to invite our practitioners to come forward. They will be here in the sanctuary after the service, available for prayer, and I highly recommend that you come and sit with a practitioner and, get that prayer. It's really a wonderful part of what the service that we offer here at the center. And these wonderful people love to talk to you, love to share that consciousness, that spirit with you. So I hope you take advantage of that. And now we have our children. Monica, you've got a young gentleman there.
I've got Eamon
Grace.
Would you like to say anything?
We just had a little fun time coloring and playing with sand and doing all kinds of fun stuff. That's all. Yeah, huh? And you found a new car to play with, huh? Yeah. So we just had a little fun time.
Wonderful. So we have a blessing for our children. If everyone, whoops, call to prayer. Okay. Blessing for our children. We raise our hands and we say, we love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. And just to check back real quick, we do have an online for our online. You can check in with Rob. He will do an online prayer after the service, or you can come up front and do the prayer as well. Just a little out of order there. And then as we get ready for our final song, we just have one more affirmation. If you all want to go ahead and stand up, I'll call it out and you respond. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit.
I am led by Spirit.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Pastor.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
And as we head out into this beautiful day, making a new world, just enjoy. It's, it is a wonderful life, and we are so happy to be sharing it together. And so it is.
And so it is.
You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there.